What's up, y'all? I'm IR Trap God, and this is a breakdown of the map Mercado on Modern Warfare 2.
I don't give a fuck.
Before we get started, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely make sure to drop it a like. It really helps me out. Also, subscribe to the channel so you can see my future map breakdowns as soon as they come out and any other Call of Duty related content. And feel free to leave a comment if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns about the map breakdowns or any other content that you want to see from me. I read all of the comments that come in, so feel free to leave your thoughts and I'll try to respond. So jumping straight into the map breakdown, what we're going to do is we're going to start with Hardpoint and just go point by point and talk about the different callouts for each point. P1 is going to be dead set in the middle here. This alleyway is called mid-cross. There's this peak through here that's called mid-cut, and then you've got tunnel on this side. Yellow van is over here by the arch, and then Godheady is this head glitch back here that a lot of people use to protect mid-cross. You also have L through this hallway, and then mid-cubby tucked away next to P1 here. Gate down here on the other side from Godheady, and then Plant Heady directly across. Moving to P2, you're looking at Cantina on the first floor. A couple spots around here, you've got roof next to the Cantina that you can jump up on. Hedge is going to be over here. And then bottom window, this is the only window on the first floor. Counter is a nice head glitch that a lot of people use to defend that point. And then coming back here, there's a lot of spawns back here, so this area is called Long. Moving on to P3, it's going to be on the opposite side of the map in this building that is called Tin on the first floor. Outside of the building is Court. Coming back in, we've got a couple of nice head glitches in here behind the counters that you can defend from. There's also an upstairs in here. You just call this area Stairs. And coming up here is a nice defense spot as well. We call it Top 10. Back alley or bricks is on this side, and then dark is this alleyway here. We've also got big door or roller door in the bottom tin section, deep court in this back area, and then through these doors we have garage. Moving over to P4 on the other side of the map again, this area is called Barber. You can pop out the back doors, and this is the back alley or the Barber alley. There's a nice head glitch over here that you can defend from. Barber truck is on the front side closer to mid. The balcony is in the back overlooking that alley. And then moving over to P5, we're going to be back in front of Tin in this court area. We've got bricks and dark again. The roof is a nice spot for this hard point. You can climb up on this wall and jump up onto this roof and help a teammate out from here. There's also a head glitch here that's called Trash Heady. Something cheeky here is that you can jump onto this wall and then use it to get up into top 10. And that's going to give you a big advantage on anyone that's defending the point or inside this building. Moving on to P6, it's back to Cantina on the top floor. We've got inner stairs over here, and then coming out to the balcony, your outer stairs. There's also a nice little peak here to defend from. One nice tip for this point, to access it from this side, you can climb onto this table, step up to the chair, and then get on top of this lantern type thing to get on the awning. Then you can peek through this window and potentially climb into the point. Moving to P7, this is going to be over here on the far side of the map next to the RV. This is called Half Wall right here. And then lockers are going to be back here in this hallway. You've also got garbage truck and back to point. Moving on to search and destroy, the A-bomb is going to be in front of the Cantina over here. Again, a really nice place to take advantage of this little trick to get into the second floor of Cantina, because the other team is going to beat you to this building. Another nice place to take advantage of this peak if you're on the offensive side. And then the B-bomb is over here in court in front of Tin. Another cheeky spot to see is aiming through the arm of this garbage truck, you can hit gate from this corner. You can also jump onto these walls and actually get to back court in a really cheeky way. That way you can surprise anyone that's back here or anyone that's defending from court. Another cheeky spot in garage over here, you can jump on top of this dolly and then peek the doorway. One important thing to note about playing Search and Destroy on this map, vision through mid-cross is very important. The two bombs are on the opposite sides of mid-cross, so you need to know which direction the team is going and if they change their mind and decide to rotate to the other bomb site. Finally, let's look at some grenade spots. This first one is on defense. You go straight up to mid and go straight up in the air. It's going to hit directly onto the plant heady. As you can see, comes straight down, right next to that head glitch. Another spot from the defensive side, instead you're going to aim it more towards A. What that's going to do is fall straight onto that barber alley. Let's take a look. Straight up into the air, and that's running full speed for the other player. Looking at a grenade spot from the offensive side, you're going to come into this corner and again go straight up into the tarps, but towards A this time. That's going to land directly behind the hedges where the defensive team is running to defend that bomb. Perfect for if you know that they're going to be playing that side of the map and like that particular courtyard area. One spot from the offensive side, straight up into this red tarp, and it's going to land directly on the B bomb. There has to be some interesting circumstances for this one to be really useful, but if you're rotating through the map and you think they're defusing, it can definitely be handy. A quick thing to note on Search and Destroy, this door next to B is actually impenetrable. You can see a gun sticking out if they're using a longer gun like an AR, but if you pull out a pistol, someone actually can't see you in that spot at all. I got a couple of people on my last video saying they want to hear a little bit about the spawns for the map, so I'm going to jump in here and try to give you guys some details. Looking at Search and Destroy, you're going to spawn on opposite ends of mid-cross. Spec Grew over here towards the RV, and Cortac over here towards that main arch in the God Heady. On Hardpoint, Spec Grew is going to be spawning in back court over here, and Cortac is going to be next to Cantina over here. So let's look at the spawns as they break down through the different hardpoints. P1 is of course going to be very evenly distributed between the two sides of mid-cross. The most common ones that I see are going to be in this tin building here or somewhere next to the backcourt area here, and then Cantina and the area next to Cantina here. So you're going to be coming directly to the hardpoint through tunnel and through that mid-cut alley. Obviously worth noting, P2 is going to move over here to Cantina, and so you want to probably be focusing on getting these RV spawns and the barber spawns here if you want to set yourself up for a rotation. P2 is now on the first floor of Cantina, so the spawns are going to be pretty much everywhere but there. Again, these barber and RV type spawns are going to be your gold point. That's what you're going to want to hold. The other team is more than likely going to be spawning somewhere over here by tin, either in the court, back court, or somewhere in this entryway of the brick alley here. Thinking about the rotation to P3, which is over here in tin, you're going to want to eventually control this garbage truck spawn area so that you can get in here. That's going to be the easiest if you already have these P2 spawns. If you don't have the spawns, it might be a better idea to try to control these spawns in this brick alley area. Looking at P3, these spawns are very far away from the actual point, so there's not really a great way to set yourself up for a good respawn. These areas over here by the long alley here are not too bad, but at the same time, the RV ones here are pretty good as well. The key with P3 is really just watching this mid area if you've got the other team on the respawn. You don't want to let them get to you from any direction. You want to catch them or at least get some information before it gets to that point. Thinking about P4, which is over here in Barber, you're going to want to set yourself up with these RV spawns, so it's worth rotating through this way. Looking at the barbershop point, the obvious spawn here is next to the locker area or next to the garbage truck. That's going to be your closest spawn. So control of this RV area is really important. What I see happening is people defend the point by facing towards the Cantina and towards the God Heady, maybe controlling Plant Heady to try to cut off this mid-cross. Looking forward to P5, which is going to be back over here in front of Tin in this court. These spawns are also going to be quite good for rotating to that point. So in general with P4, you just really want to focus on controlling this right side of the map and keep your opponent on this left side. Looking at P5, it's a very similar situation to P4, where the closest ones are probably going to be these lockers over here. The thing is, the angles are a lot different for P5. So sometimes it's nice to have these spawns over by long so that you can watch through the mid-cross and prevent anyone from coming into this mid-cut. Then your team only has to worry about attackers coming in from this back court area through garage. Thinking about the rotation back over to Cantina for P6, again, it's nice to have these long spawns because you can get this spawn right next to Cantina and hopefully set yourself up with the balcony as a defensive point watching over towards the RV spawns. So looking at P6, if you do set yourself up with that long spawn, they are going to be spawning closer, and that's something to keep in mind. Sometimes it is worth rotating through this RV area so that you get the closer spawn. Just know that it's going to be a lot harder of a push through this back alley, and you're going to want to cut through the mid-tunnel a lot more often. The other spawns are mostly going to be in this direction, with dark, brick alley, and the end of the long alley here. So if you do approach from this side, defending out of these windows can be very effective. Thinking about moving to P7, which is over here by RV, these spawns are going to be nice to have to lock that down, including this locker spawn up here. And then finally, P7. These spawns are very far away from the point. So you have the back court spawn all the way up here, and then the spawn next to Cantina here. Those are going to be your closest points. So it's really kind of a toss-up, and you really just want to maintain control of the approaches for this point. Have one or two people on the point, but have people looking outwards so that you can be ready for the attacks from lots of different directions. That's it for Mercado. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with your thoughts. I'm working on all of the other map breakdowns as we speak, trying to get them out as quickly as possible, so definitely keep an eye out. Till next time, good luck out there.